You time it absolutely perfectly and just KO cold.
Just 5-iron to the temple.
We're going to talk about weirdest things that have happened to you on the golf course. Thinking about my rounds in the last couple of years, I would say when I golfed in Alaska, and we posted a video of this. We get up to hole number 2, and there's a cow, moose, and a calf right off the green. And I'm like, is this just normal here? If there's a cow and a calf, where's the grizzly bear at? Like, when am I going to get absolutely mauled, and what club am I taking out of the bag to try and defend myself? It's probably going to be the putter. It's got the most density to it. So that was wild. And then we get to hole number 15, I believe it was, and we hear some rustling in the woods. I'm like, all right, this is it.
I'm going to die.
Coyote runs out of the trees. I'm like, oh, it's just a coyote, whatever. And then a black bear follows it, chasing after the coyote. And we are 100 yards from this black bear on the golf boards, which is like kind of like a big skateboard with a big ass handle on it that you can drive around the course. Pretty fun. But they only probably go like 8 miles an hour.
Not fast enough to get away from a bear.
God, no. So that was a wild experience.
Yeah, that is intense. I think I would also throw some animal situations into it. Our Arizona rounds where we had 55 javelinas on the fucking green.
That was crazy. Do those attack you?
I don't know. I know that wild boars are pretty aggressive, but these things were fine. They were like the geese of Arizona.
Yeah.
You know, they were just there and kind of annoying. And then we ran into all those bobcats that were on the tee box and
just sunning themselves.
Yeah.
I mean,
just chilling.
I'm pretty sure those things would attack you as well.
Yeah. Well, I kicked the rock at the one, remember? And it came running at us.
Yeah, that was not good.
What? I was trying to get it away.
Not good at all.
Yeah, he was fine. We could have taken one of those. It's barely bigger than a house cat.
Also, a lot easier to go after one of them with a putter than it is a black bear.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm taking my chances against that 1,000 times out of 1,000.
Imagine if you just timed it perfectly. This thing lunges at you. You time it absolutely perfectly and just KO cold.
Just 5-iron to the temple.
Another situation I was in, Leonard Country Club, one of the home courses of breakfast ball.
Lots of video shot there, folks. If you're in Fargo, go to Leonard.
I'll tell you what, hole number 9 is an absolute death zone.
Yeah.
I think this was last summer or the summer before this. We're standing on tee box number 9. One of the guys we're golfing with is like cross-armed, facing the fairway, and his legs are spread, just he's chilling, right? He's in a comfortable position. Well, we don't hear a 4 call, and before you know it, the guys on tee box number 7 hit a ball directly in between his legs. The first bounce, literally, you could have drawn a straight line from the divot mark over to each foot.
Jesus.
Right in between his legs. And at that point, I'm pissed off.
Yep.
Like, at least give us a 4 call. Don't feel bad about it. Next guy comes to the tee box, we're still teeing off on number 9, rolls one into us. I'm like, we have to go. This is like World War III out there. We have to get off this tee box.
Dodging golf balls.
And then when we were there a few weeks ago, another one rolled up into us. Luckily, we had a 4 call, but at the same time, like, hey, maybe try yank one left instead of pushing one right.
So 3 out of their 4 shots go right at you guys.
Yeah.
And not a 4 call till the end.
Not a 4 call till the end.
That's kind of fucking shitty.
And that's the thing too. Don't be ashamed for a 4 call. And actually, here's the funny thing. I'm more apt to yell 4 from somebody else's shot because if they catch hell for it, hey, I'm sorry, it wasn't my shot.
Not my shot. I don't have to
Not
go
my
pick
shot.
that ball up.
I actually saved you guys because I yelled 4.
Funny story that you brought that up. Same exact hole. I'm at Leonard on the 9th tee box. Your former roommate is behind us, does the same fucking thing, except we're bottlenecked at 9, so we're waiting for a long time. They hit at us once from 7, and then they're playing 8, which is the tiny par 3 in between the 2 holes.
Yep.
They hit one at us from 8, landed in the trees that are protecting us, so thank God those trees are there. Then they're on the green putting. One of them misses like a 1.5 foot long putt and gets angry and hits the ball with their putter.
No.
Rolls up onto our tee box and hits lane.
No shit.
With the putter from 40 yards away.
I get it. You can get angry on a golf course, but channel that anger.
And like they 4 called the first 2, so like we were fine with that. Like, totally cool. Like it's tight here. We get it. And the last one, I was like, okay, what the fuck?
Are you throwing the hands over the head when you hear a 4 call?
Yeah, hands up by the ears, which are going to do nothing.
No, you got to throw them over the head because if you get in the top of the head.
Yeah, but my instincts are always like right here. I'm just crouched. Hands by the ears, head down a little bit. I never actually do what's going to protect me.
Another story about this same exact course.
Same hole.
Jade's in a 4-man scramble, and he ends up hitting a guy in the head, knocking him out of the entire tournament. Guy's bloodied all down his face. He was just out there to have a fun time.
Yeah, because Jade hit him right at the top of the head on the little button on your hat.
Yeah.
And the button on the hat cut his scalp open.
It's a dangerous course.
Yeah, the last hole there is you got to have your head on a swivel.
100%. If anything, play from the reds on that hole.
Yeah, then
because
you're a little
you gotta
more
get
safe.
out of there as fast as
But yeah,
possible.
Jade was actually playing hole 9 and he hit somebody on 1.
That's how bad of
Holy
a slice
shit.
it was?
Yeah. Well, so what happened is
So that guy didn't even get to start his round.
No. So he hits a fade and it hits the cart path.
Oh.
And so that it bounced on the cart path really far and then hit the dude's head off the cart path.
Imagine waking up in the morning, going out with 3 of your buddies, playing in a 4-man scramble.
Just pumped for the day.
And then the next thing you know, you're in the ER.
Pete Davidson hits you in the fucking head with a ball.
Yeah, this guy, like, hey, it must have been nice to have your round done already because I'm heading to the ER.
Poor guy.
Like, what an absolute situation.
Yeah,
that
and
was.
Jade yelled for, which is fair. And it's like kind of a freak thing to hit the cart path and go that far right.
Yeah, again, make your 4 call.
Yep.
Here's a question for you. At what point are you making the 4 call? Are you hanging on as long as possible so you don't
No.
have to feel that embarrassment?
I'm pretty liberal with the 4 call. If it's even remotely in the direction, I'm yelling for.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not trying to risk it. I don't want to be the guy smoking people.
Yeah, I feel like the proper amount of time is about 5 seconds from when the ball is in the air to when it could possibly hit them where you need to yell for.
Yeah, I feel like you should be yelling it at least the apex of the ball.
Yes.
Bringing it back to your World War III, like balls flying everywhere. I think it was the 3 of us. We were shooting a video at Prairie Wood, and all of a sudden we hear a loud ass rumble, and we look up. The Blue Angels are just flying over us as
Air
we're
show.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
air show was going on. So we got like the Blue Angels flying over us during our round. I don't remember if we played good or not, but it was kind of cool.
Yeah, they were like flying in formation and stuff like that.
Yeah, and
too.
they were low as hell. So we saw them for 8 of the 9 holes or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because like we didn't see them on 1, and then we were on the second green, and then they were with us the rest of the round.
Yeah, and what's crazy about that is they're going so fast that the sound was delayed
Yeah.
like 2 to 3 seconds after they passed us. So it was dead quiet when they'd fly over top. And then you just hear
That was pretty accurate.
That was really good.
Was that a recording?
I ran out of breath at the bottom of that, so I couldn't give anyone.
Well,
Basically what it sounded
yeah,
like.
essentially.
Should I one more try?
One more
Yeah.
try. That sounded like a weird fart to start.
I mean, it's absolutely whistling through
Yeah.
the wind.
No, I thought that was freaking sweet because there was 1,000 people at that air show that paid a ticket for everything we got to see right above us
We did,
golfing.
yeah.
Yeah.
The club pro came out and talked to us too. He's like, "You guys see that shit?"
Yeah, he was
That was
coming, he was
tight.
driving around his golf cart.
Yeah, and he came screaming towards us, and I'm like, "Oh fuck, we're in trouble." And he's like, "Dude, you guys see the Blue Angels?" We're like, "Yeah, we saw them."
Yeah, I mean, we ran into that, and that was my next point of like one of the weirdest, coolest things that's happened is when our guy Joe Barry at Three Bears
Yep.
drove his car onto the fairway, asking us if we're gonna come have a beer and eat at the bar afterwards.
It's just like because this course, Three Bears it's by White Earth. We're on what is it, hole 2 or 3?
Yeah, number 2.
Number 2, and all of a sudden we just see a Subaru Forester driving through the fairway. We're like, what the fuck's going on? And it's Joe, the owner of the course.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey guys, I'm not in the clubhouse. Just come to the bar after your rounds, pay up, have a few beers, come talk to us."
That's
and we're
great.
like, "Fuck yeah."
That was an unbelievable situation. I didn't know who this guy was.
I thought
right away.
again, I don't know why. It's like when you see a cop behind you driving, you're like, "What laws am I breaking?"
Yes, what did I do wrong?
Every time I see a cart driving towards us that is not my friends, I'm like, "Fuck, we're in trouble." You know, we talked about ways to mess with your opponents in scrambles. You slip the marshal $10. Like, "Hey, I want you to just go randomly check in on these guys as they're about to hit their
Yeah.
drives every once in a while." Like, just drive.
Talk to him about pace of play,
Yeah.
get into their heads a little
Yeah,
bit.
like don't call them out for anything. Just make subtle hints. Be like, "Yeah, how's the pace going today, guys?" Just like insinuate shit.
That's one of the greatest hacks to get into a team's head in a 4-man scramble. Slip the marshal at 20,
Mm-hmm.
figure out what that team's weaknesses are. I want you to go just talk to them, tell them that the Bev card is out of commission right now and they're
Yeah.
not going to be making any more rounds. Or tell them like, hey, the pace of play has been pretty slow. With them a little bit.
Yep. Tell them that whatever hole they're on, like, "Yeah, no one's played good on this one today."
Yes.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I think if you use the Marshall or the Club Pro to your advantage, or even the Bev Cart girl,
Yeah.
like they hit that group on hole number 1, they're like, "Hey, this is the last time I'm going to see you." As she's driving away, they don't even have a chance to stock up and get 2 6-packs.
Yeah.
As she's driving away, be like, "Hey, that's going to be the last time I see you today. Hope you guys have a good round."
Hell, that's a breakfast ball.